we started.
Yes. All right, that's staying in.
Alright.
Ready? Welcome back, YouTube.
Welcome back, guys.
Great.
We're everybody. We're beginning.
Well, we don't have Kamau.
Except Kamau, because he's left us.
No, he hasn't. No. Stop spreading false rumors.
Jesus Christ.
Just for this episode, Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Shade.
Where is he?
Well, basically, okay, he didn't understand. He didn't because what I said 2 weeks ago was we probably won't have a session for the next 2 weeks. So I think he just planned social events, and I threw it on everyone like a couple of days ago that it was going on. So, so I'm surprised. I'm surprised there's this many of us.
I'll be falling asleep.
Also, guys, I'm starting a session with an actual spell slot. I mean, there's only one left, but it's better than none.
I know.
Wow.
Wow. I have no. Right, this is 100% about to be a fight because we're in an arena. I have no idea what the fuck to cast.
Okay, let me do a quick run through. You know, the typical.
Just love when roll 20 won't work.
Oh, I need to actually give you your permissions. Sorry. So basically, last session, what happened? You know what? Someone else could do the recap this time. I want to see how much you remember.
Okay.
Bet.
Who's got it? Who's got it?
I can do it if you guys want.
Go on, Kieron.
Go on.
Right. Okay, so last session, we had woken up from our surprising disappearance after fighting this fella. We wake up. We're all in our own cells. We're being interrogated by this magic man, who is in fact a trickster. Who appears to be a trickster, perhaps godly. Now then, this trickster, he really fucked with us. I'm not gonna lie. He had this weird servant hissing at us.
Oh yeah, that's fucking weird.
He just stole it straight up. He just stole our shit, and then he told us to pick one. Oh god, I didn't pick my dagger. I'm fucked.
I told you.
You remember? You brought your cards. That's what you got.
I have playing cards.
You fucking loser.
Why did I choose character over survival?
I fucking told you.
I'm such an idiot. Anyway.
So yeah, nice character. Shame he's gonna die.
Oh, that's a sweet character. Time to kill him off. But, anyway, yeah, we had to pick one item out of all of our equipment. I, as an idiot, chose my playing cards. Everyone else chose their own items. We then ended up going through this maze, this labyrinth. We all encountered different challenges relating to ourselves, to our characters, until eventually we all met up after going through these challenges. And we briefly encountered a Minotaur, and now we're inside an arena with the trickster sitting on his own unique throne, surrounded by this crowd all cheering and watching us. And Chuck, the little
I just want my
Chuck,
Instagram.
the boy that he is just dangling from chains. And that's
Also, I healed someone and stopped them from dying, and then got told I was too violent. So.
and then there's me. And there's me.
Oh yeah, don't.
The fucking Raven Wolfson who's been like aging like 20 years.
Yeah, don't forget about Raven, who's been stuck in a little stone box for months.
The
just
box.
wakes up.
So in a way, I
Time
sort
to
of
fight.
got it easy though.
Yeah, that's what we've got up to.
Okay, well,
Things getting interesting.
looks like we can begin the next session. Okay,
I'm scared.
so at the very end of last session, you followed the floaty man and his pet Minotaur, Androgeus, into an arena. You walked through a large creaking iron gate and found yourself on some red sandy floors surrounded by thousands of people cheering. They all obviously they are looking at you. However, they mostly seem to have their attention placed on the man in his so you'd describe it as like an emperor's booth. There's him and his pet Androgeus, and kind of behind them,
Gladiator.
from behind them, there's a few servants and whatnot hidden away. But apart from that, there's not really any guards or anything. Now, as you look around in the crowds, there's a lot of people. Like, I mean, thousands of people, all cheering, all kind of clapping and whatnot. And God's sake.
Sorry,
oh dear. And as you look at the actual people who are cheering, you notice they all seem to be nobles, but very unlike nobles that you know. Their clothing is extravagant, and don't get me wrong, you've all seen very extravagant nobles. They're common around these parts, but it seems more peculiar than extravagant. They seem to have bright, large feathers of birds that you couldn't even understand what they could possibly be. Some have these strange devices in their hands that are doing all sorts of different stuff. They just seem very mismatched in the setting. It's very dusty, it's very windy, they're all very clean, pristine, but also acting in quite a strange way. An unnoble-like way, but not anything like a savage way. It's hard to explain, but you
savage.
Well, then,
savage, sophisticated people.
Yes, they're clearly there to see blood, but they're not the kind of people that are just going to jump out and just start ripping you to pieces. They are sophisticated, and they're just acting very strange. That's about all I can say. Now, where we left off, Fulgrim was leading the charge, followed by Rozes and Leoaver, with Raven just about catching up after he was, because he was sneaking after the Minotaur, and he's just about caught up, and this is where you all find yourselves. What are you to do, dear sirs?
I mean, we're just kind of looking at the crap. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, he sat up in his booth, and we got Chuck chained up.
Oh yes, got that Chuck. Apologies.
Honestly, me too.
So the arena is a perfect square. It's around the arena. There is 4 pillars, which are maybe 30 meters in height. They are enormous sized.
We have a visual of this whole theatre of the mind.
What do you? It's the grey things.
Wait, what? What am I looking at? Wait, what?
The map you see before you.
Oh yeah.
Oh! You guys aren't on the arena. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my god! Is that the fucking picture of the god?
Yeah. It's just a placeholder. It's not. Well, it's not a placeholder. It's just.
It's that thumbnail.
My apologies. I thought you guys were on here. That's my bad. Cameron, is there any chance that you can be on roll 20?
It won't load my laptop
Damn.
for some reason.
Fuck's sake.
Damn.
It's a well-oiled machine.
And I'm a laptop.
So at the edge of the arena, like the edge of the sandy bit, there is a stone wall which goes up, you would say about 5 meters. And at the top there's this kind of wire and spikes and not very nice stuff. And then just above that is where the seats begin and people are looking over. You have just entered out of a kind of quite a large iron gate. However, to your right, behind one of the pillars, you see an even greater sized iron gate. And directly in front of you, you see the kind of Emperor's Chamber thing. Who? What are you doing? Okay, good. Nice. Sweet. So, as you watch this strange floaty man, he's kind of just seems to be standing there, lapping up all the praise, all the cheers, while Androgeus is kind of just looking around very, very sinister.
Isn't the invisible cunt?
And Chuck is hanging there from his hands.
he just be chilling.
So the Emperor Booth kind of thing is probably, I'd say, 10 meters in the air, hanging over, looking down. And Chuck is hanging, I'd say, again, about 5 meters down. So he's hanging quite low. Probably not low enough for you to jump and grab him. But, yeah. He wouldn't, if he fell, he wouldn't necessarily die. And he is completely unconscious, well, what you can tell. So I'll leave it in your hands. I'll make a bit of chocolate orange.
Right, I'm gonna... Ah, fuck. Is there anything... Is there only the gate we came in, the giant gate?
The gate you came in is the gate behind you.
Yeah, is that the only 2 gates we've got? And the one
yeah, yep.
You know what, I said giant gate, and it triggered my fight or flight, because I feel like now there's a giant gonna come out of it.
I try to find the escape route, just in case.
Yeah, I'm gonna just, like, join him and just see if we can, like, see any alternative way out of here, or, like... Is there anything else, like, in the square with us?
No, not at the moment. It's just pure sand. Sand and the 4 pillars.
God fucking damn it. Oh, it's irritating, and that gets everywhere. Yeah,
however, as you look at these pillars, my apologies, you notice kind of on each side in the middle, there's a metal pole leading all the way to the top.
Oh, okay.
It's attached to it.
Like inside or attached to the side?
It's attached to the side. So if you imagine,
like climb up to the top.
Because Raven, he's got some experience behind all this. I think Raven should climb up one.
I still take the picture. I still take the fucking picture of Raven.
It gives him character. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so there is one very close to the left of you. There's one slightly further to the right, or there's one really far to the left, or there's one like right in the very far corner on the right. Imagine they're kind of in each corner. You're going for the closest.
Yeah.
Okay. Any specific side? Like, do you want the side furthest away from the audience, or?
The left-hand side.
Oh, so close to the audience.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you do that, and I'll take it back to the other chaps just for now.
Right.
So you make a beeline for the pillar.
Right, at least somebody knows what they're doing.
Look at this, Fulgrim.
Neither do I. I don't think we should be clumped together. I like his thinking, and I'm gonna go over here and also attempt to climb up another pole.
Okay.
I mean,
If there is a big ass giant, at least I'm not gonna be blooming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So how high did you say it was? Like 30 feet.
30 meters.
30 meters. Oh.
So it is absolutely massive.
Oh fuck! Jesus. Okay. 30 meters high.
So if you fell, you would probably die.
Ah. Great.
Probably.
Now Raven will survive.
Leoaver?
Jesus, that's 98 feet.
Yep.
How big's your guy? Like 4 foot?
That's quite large.
That's 20 times your guy's size.
Right. You know the giant the Jesus statue in Brazil?
Yep.
That's roughly that size.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
And these
I reckon
pillars,
you can survive that though. You could because like in terms of rules, 30 meters is about. Actually, wait, no, that'd be 30 feet. Oh fuck, never mind.
30 meters,
Sorry,
you're
buddy.
basically.
Nah,
You
yeah.
basically
try
like
falling off
a
that
bit of
Jesus
roadkill.
statue in Brazil. See if you survive.
Okay. Maybe 30 meters is a bit overkill.
No. We can survive it.
No, no, yeah, we'll keep it. Okay, but I will say 90 feet, just because I want to keep everything in feet.
I'm not afraid to die.
Okay, yeah.
You can never die.
I'm not afraid to die.
So think of it as 90 feet.
Okay. What's illuminating the area? Is it daylight or is it torches?
Funny you should say. It is daylight, and as you look up into the sky, you see that you notice the typical clouds. The sky is very orange. And as you kind of see beyond the clouds, you notice a very, very large sun. It looks twice the size as, typical sun. And to the left of it, about half of its size, you see another sun.
I don't like this at all.
Oh my god, we're on bloody Tatooine.
I was about to say that. Hang on, this is where Ray buried the lightsabers.
The Raven Water whips it out like even though Raven is most mentally insane.
I'm Ray. Ray who? Ray Star Wars.
Shields.
Ray Shields.
Alright, Leoaver, what are you doing?
So where the suns are coming in, do I see any shade in the arena?
The sun is, you would say directly above, both the suns are directly above, like the Emperor's booth kind of thing. And, it's very high in the air, so pretty much all of the, arena is lit up, you can see it. There is a cover over top of, again, the Emperor's booth, but there's kind of torches to illuminate that, like fire torches or oil torches. And yeah, so it's apart from just below the Emperor's booth, there's no real shade.
In that case, I'm going to hide behind Fulgrim's pillar.
Mm-hmm.
Two people in the same corner.
Oh, boys, I finished my chocolate. So Rozes is going to go forward and kind of size up the arena. Go kind of in the center of it.
We're all being cautious, and the charismatic tiefling's just like, this is a nice place. What have you done here? Not bad. People, how are you?
Okay, I'm going to take it back to Raven. What are you planning here? What's your goal?
Well, I'm hoping to climb right to the top of the area around to see if there's anything that's familiar.
Okay.
The two suns.
Yeah.
Stuff like those.
That's true. Well done. Fulgrim, Rhys, how would I go about doing this as a role? Would I do it all in one, or?
What, for all, the entire climb?
Yeah.
It would be a few, because he doesn't have a climb speed. So
I love it.
it would be his... Sorry. Oh, I just realised. Right, so technically, it would be every... he can move 30 feet, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so if he can move 30 feet, it'll be every 30 feet he has to make a check.
Okay, so if we do 3 checks.
Okay.
Okay. So, wait, and then I have to set a difficulty class? Or a
You set a DC, yeah. How hard it is.
Okay.
And considering we're climbing quite high, it will probably get harder
Okay,
as we go up.
that's fine.
Because those muscles start burning.
Now, Raven has infinite muscles.
Wait, don't you have a higher
The
dexterity?
dice will decide that.
As I said, mine's
Yeah.
strength, so I should be alright, hopefully.
Okay, Raven, I would like you to take your first roll.
How do I do that on the audio Discord?
Go on our personal little Discord thing that says Cameron.
It's like session 1 all over again.
Click on dice.
We're going to play for like 3 weeks.
Click on dice and copy the formula you've done previously. While I grab my D&D stuff.
Without your own dice in hand.
While you grab your D&D stuff, we're 10 minutes into the session, Dylan.
There we go. We need to copy this. There we go.
Right.
I got a 7.
You got, oh fuck! Right, wait, hang on. You didn't say what kind of roll you're making.
It's a very good point.
What's a class?
Unfortunately, there's not a time.
What's happened here?
What kind of rolls are you making? Because you just said roll.
Because we need to use strength, don't we? To move things and stuff.
Yes, what strength would it be?
It'd probably be athletics or just straight strength.
Okay.
Yeah, so 7.
Wait, which one are we doing? Athletics or strength? Let's go athletics. That makes sense.
Oh, thank God, because I'm proficient in that.
Oh damn.
Trust me, baby.
Looks like my
Alright, I got-
persuasion
I got
+4
7.
is +4 in real life.
Is that 7 with your modifier?
This is so fucking.
Wait, Liv, are we climbing the same pole?
No, I'm hiding behind.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hiding.
Mate,
Let's
I
say,
got a
'cause-
-1.
Raven.
I don't think it's -1.
What did you roll? Your what? Including your modifier?
Oh no, not the mod. I can't go onto the.
Okay, that's fine. I love it. Don't worry. Oh, your athletic is +4. Jesus.
Also got 11.
So
Yeah.
mine.
Okay, yeah, you make the first 10 feet. Congratulations. Or 30 feet. 30 feet. Sorry. Congratulations. Are you going to carry on climbing?
I'm gonna carry on.
Then you better make another. I just want to warn you.
Let me just take a break.
You kind of.
Got 6.
It's a bit fearful.
10.
Congratulations. You climbed the next 30 feet.
Wait, a 10 made it? Oh shit.
Damn.
Right, I'm gonna keep going. I'm 60 feet.
Go on. Yep. For the last 30 feet.
20!
Oh hell yeah.
Shh.
I've spun the 30 feet and I just launched stuff as a blooming thing.
Doing it one-handed.
I'm just walking up the wall, just. I'm full on chimpanzee, just.
Okay. Yes, you make it up to the top, and you notice that the seats of the Colosseum go on for quite a way. Like they keep on going above this 90 feet. You can't see over the people. There's that many people that it's impossible to see. You.
Bloody hell, start watching the Norwich game.
Like-
One person, just that one of the seats falls, it's just a dominoes all the way down.
Okay. Yes.
It breaks in the middle, and then another foundations break. And so all the people on the top can't go anywhere. Foundations break.
What?
Liverpool Stadium in the 80s. I don't know.
Thank you, Cameron.
Okay. Fulgrim.
He's gone.
He just left.
I kicked him from the chat.
Fulgrim has decided, after doing a cheeky bit of thinking, that he does not want to climb the pillar
Okay.
because none of his spells reach past 90 feet. So he's like, he'll just be hiding up there.
Okay. That's fine.
We could go 45 feet.
Well, yeah, but then I have to hang off a pole. Take a break.
Use a flying spell or something.
I don't have that yet. I think that's a 3rd level spell.
So is there any Fulgrim and Leoaver? Is there anything you wanna do at this point? Are you just are you just chilling?
Right, Leoaver, what do you think his game is? Because I don't like the fact that this is definitely an arena.
I don't like it either.
He's
It's
strongest
bad
guy
news.
just left.
I got
Yeah.
any weapons on me. What about you?
That Raven Wolf
I
just
mean-
left the chat.
I've got my chain, and it kind of like snakes around my arm a little bit, and looks like a fucking sad dog. But
I think
and
this is it for us, friends.
I've got my spell, the spell being singular, and that's about it. So I don't really know what the plan is.
Fucked, man.
Yeah, we're probably fucked. Do you
Yeah,
not have
we
any
tried.
weapons?
I've got no weapons. Oh yeah, I've got I had one weapon.
You have your sword. Leoaver didn't
Yeah,
go
I've
by
got
that
a
weapon.
sword, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have one because he picked his playing.
Wait.
Bloomin'. Who picked playing cards over Bloomin'? What?
I'm gonna search through my playing cards, see if I can find anything. Maybe he's like.
What? So there's
Oh,
a
yeah,
knife hidden in your
yeah.
playing cards?
I've got one of my playing cards.
I've got
is like
the
a
playing
drawing
card,
of
I'm
a knife,
loud
and I
out
throw it
there.
out.
Jesus Christ.
And I like flick through my playing cards, see if there's anything. He seems
So-
proud of me for some reason.
if there's anything that catches your eye, is that?
One of
you're
them
talking
looks
about
really nice.
So Raven Bloomin' monster. I want to play a game of fucking blackjack against it.
Oh,
I bet you're like, you can't win against me.
Yeah, do I see anything in my cards to give me any hope?
So you have a flick through.
Believe in the heart of the cards.
You see the typical ones. You see the lover, the moon, you know, the usual.
Yeah, please, if you give him a knife.
Then
So angry.
you quickly flick past a card which you don't recognise, and as you go and you shuffle it about and try and find where this card is, you pick out it fits the style of your deck, but you know that you don't recognise it. On it is a picture of a sword.
Oh, fuck off.
And below it reads the sacrifice. However, nothing happens. You pick this card out, and yeah, nothing remotely interesting happens as you pick out.
What a miss because I left.
Well, basically, I picked out this card. It had a sword on it, and it read the sacrifice, but nothing happened.
I swear to God, you're gonna fucking Deus Ex Machina a sword out of that card.
He just kills Fulgrim and then
Fulgrim, I've got a crazy idea.
That would have fine.
What do you mean you have a crazy idea, Leoaver?
I'm gonna approach the fucker.
Oh God.
I'm walking straight out in the day, and I'm gonna approach him. If I don't return, you had a really nice beard. I start to walk off.
Thank you. I shed a single tear, a manly tear.
That goes down his beard.
It's like the tear from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, but it makes anybody else grow facial hair.
Do I have to abide by the rules of like 30 feet walking? Or?
If I could just get you to just go slightly around the pillar for now.
Okay, I'll go like here.
Yeah. So as you just come to the other side of the pillar, you notice that Rozes has walked all the way up to the just below the Emperor's booth.
He's like, "Hey man, you got a lot of pretty women here."
So he pays little attention to Chuck, and he is fixated on this. I don't know what to call him. I just keep calling him Floaty Man. He's
the trickster.
Okay, I'll call him the Trickster for now. So he walks up kind of several feet away, like, 20 feet perhaps, away from the Trickster. And he starts kind of yelling at him, like, get me out of here, what are you doing? You know, all the typical Rozes lingo. And the Trickster begins to notice. And in fact, he then notices Raven as well, and looks off into the distance. He even notices Leoaver now emerging from behind the pillar.
How did they see me when I'm coming 90 feet in the air?
Because he's magical. So he begins to proclaim. I got to try and remember his accent now. Bloody hell. Welcome back, dear adventurers. We have a show for you tonight.
I can't hear you.
What? So Raven, each of despite being 90 feet in the air and probably 90 feet away from him the other way, you can still hear him perfectly well. It's almost like he's standing in front of you, speaking to you. He's not raising his voice. All of you can hear him like this. He's not raising his voice particularly. His voice should clearly be drowned out by the crowd, but for some reason, it's just really clear to you.
We're in the demi-plane.
My dear followers, I would like you to introduce you. What? I would like to introduce you to 4 spectacular individuals with what I hope is a incredible future. Now, let me introduce ourselves. themselves. Their people. That's what I meant.
Oh my god.
He's so eloquent.
Even I can talk.
Yeah, words I just can't.
I'm sure. I've been in the car for 6 hours today, boys. I'm struggling.
I've been asleep for 5 hours.
Nice.
That's all I've had in the last 2 days.
Jesus.
Are you okay?
Do you need medical help?
Nah, I need money.
Okay, moving on. This red individual we see before us goes by the alias Rozes. Now, I choose to announce him first because he is the greatest failure of mine. He kind of turns his head very quickly, as does Androgeus, towards Rozes. Rozes, you failed my trial, and so I will send you away. And he lifts his hand very slowly and clicks his finger, and bang, Rozes disappears.
Is that what happened in Cats?
I don't know, is it? I haven't watched Catch. Don't spoil it.
Especially when the bad guy goes and does. He just like Thanos snaps everyone.
Oh, Roses is gone. No.
Rozes just pieced the fuck
Yeah,
out.
Rozes got yeeted.
Great. So now it's 3 great adventurers and Chuck.
Now, dear followers, let me introduce you to our next adventurer. Now, Raven, you're standing on top of the pillar, and you kind of feel it start to shake. The audience is kind of, you can see heads like turn up and look at you, and all of a sudden the pillar begins to shrink very quickly. You're not thrown up in the air. You feel stable and steady on your feet, but it's quickly like just collapses until it's 10 feet above the air. It's it's unfathomable, that word, how this could possibly happen without you just falling off and splatting on the floor.
But you did it.
Yes, congrats. Now, here we have a interesting figure. Raven Wolfson. You used to be my greatest failure, but
Jesus Christ.
recently you have redeemed yourself. And you are not fully at my, how shall I say, divine blessing. But you are on the way, I must say. Raven is a man with animalistic appearances and personality, you may say.
My dog didn't try to kill a kid.
Does Fulgrim say this?
Yes.
Okay, the audience several of the audience kind of chuckles to this.
Baby.
And the trickster quickly turns his head towards Fulgrim. Raven and Leoaver will notice this, but Fulgrim, you won't because you're hiding.
Shit.
And as you're kind of, how are you hidden behind this pillar?
Oh, I'm literally I was just stood behind it talking to Leoaver. I'm not like.
Oh, okay.
My back pressed against it.
So Leoaver's just gone around the corner. How are you?
I guess if
How are
I
you?
have a chat, I just step out.
Okay. Fulgrim.
You didn't see me there, did you?
Again, another very strange case. A man, a dwarf, in fact, that claims to be, well, Moradin's chosen son.
don't say it.
Now, he has been through many conflicts in the short week that he has been, well, in my domain.
We cannot grow this massive ass beard in a week. Jesus.
Now, dear followers, what do you think will happen to our divine Fulgrim? Now, as he says this, you hear a lot of the crowd kind of shouting things in all sorts of languages that you don't understand. You hear a few kind of languages that you do understand. You hear, like, he's the chosen one, and but then also you hear a lot of shouts like, he's gonna burn in the pits.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, you hear a lot of people chanting all different manner of things about you. Some good and some nice.
Kill them listening to the chosen one. They're right. Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Now, finally, Leoaver, a sneaky fellow, very tricky, much like myself. I see a lot of my traits in him. However, do not be fooled. He is not as kind and generous as myself. He can be very criminal. You hear the audience kind of go, ooh, ooh. They kind of gasp.
Oh no, the rogue is a thief.
He is a thief! What? Thief? Now, Leoaver, what have you say for yourself?
I lift Rhys up both my fists. I give him the middle finger and I put him before the crowd as well. I say, fuck you! Fuck this shit you put us through.
Now, you see, my dear followers, these are some very conflicted individuals.
Fuck you.
Who may become greats, but they may die very quietly. Now, 3 adventurers, I wish for you to step forward. Show me your faces.
I do so proudly,
I rip off my fake beard. I'm sorry.
How close are you guys all going to go, or are you going to go at all?
Where? He said show our faces. What does he mean, like?
He just kind of means come forward.
Alright. I'm gonna. I actually like that idea, even. I'm gonna go to the middle.
What were you saying, Raven? Sorry.
We'll go to the middle, and if something does, we can see it.
Okay, so you hop off your podium. It doesn't hurt you because it's only 5 feet in the air, and you head over into the middle.
Like Fulgrim.
It's taller than Fulgrim. He struggled getting up there. Sorry. Okay, so you all head into the middle, and he extends his arms. Oh me, oh my! You boys have made it so far. Let us get a round of applause for such valiant efforts. You hear the audience, you know. Ooh, yeah, go!
It's funny because thousands of people. There's like 3, like.
There is thousands of people clapping you. Now, as a reward, I have 2 presents for each of you. The first, he kind of points to his left at the gate, and the gate begins to rise.
Fuck you.
Once the gate reaches, the top, out from the dark, a figure appears. One that Raven does not recognize, but Fulgrim and Leoaver do. It is the drow
Ah,
from earlier.
Sorry.
The one that hissed at you.
Oh.
And
weird one.
he is pushing a cart, a very large cart. As he gets closer, you notice a few of your belongings inside of the cart. And let me quickly find an asset for
I'm
him.
gonna not die.
I think you mean I'm not gonna die.
I think you mean the guy in charge is going to die.
Oh, here he is.
So he comes into the middle. He doesn't look at you at all. He drops the cart and he takes a couple steps back.
I'm gonna hiss at him.
He
See what it does.
he doesn't acknowledge you.
Nah, right.
He just does rest in bitch face.
The cart is just there. That's the cart. Okay. that's all I have for the cart. Yeah, so I'll leave it to you.
Does it have all our belongings like from earlier?
I don't know. If you took a step forward, you might be able to see.
I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna step into the void.
Oh god. Okay, so as you
Go straight to the car.
Yep, as you all three of you walk up to it, you notice it is filled with all your belongings. There's everything there.
Are we only allowed to take 2?
He hasn't said anything.
Well,
Yes.
he said 2 gifts earlier when he before they brought it out.
Raven's just going to take everything, regardless
They
of
shout,
rules.
"What's the catch?"
He replies, "This is my gift to you, sirs. Your possessions. You may take each and every one." And as you kind of like sigh in relief, under his breath, but you still hear it clearly, he goes, "You will need it."
Oh fuck! Oh, I'm so scared. I'm gonna take the 10 minutes to put my chainmail on.
Okay.
I'm just going to put my shirt down.
And your armor?
Shield.
Question mark?
Put my clothes on.
Right, considering I didn't actually get to touch it this time because I didn't get to after my long rest. Actually, I'm gonna see if I'm allowed to do it. It says at the end of a long rest, so technically I'm not allowed.
Right. Some time has passed, and now we're all...
Okay, he's... yeah. So you...
DM, am I allowed to do that?
What?
You know my Blessing of the Forge ability where I can make something magic and I can get myself +1 to AC or attack?
Yes.
Do I get to do that? Like, it says at the end of a long rest I can imbue magic into a weapon or armor by touching it, and then it lasts until the end of my next long rest. But do I get to do that whenever, or can I only do it at the end of a long rest?
Well, you can do it whenever.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, go for it. You can do it whenever.
Lit. 19 armor class,
yeah.
baby!
Yeah. Hell yeah. Touche.
Raven has now got everything he needs.
Good. Okay, so you've taken your things. Are you gonna step back at all? Are you boys? I mean, again.
I'm going to inspect the cart some more, if there's anything hidden.
Okay. You inspect the cart. You notice it is just a purely wooden cart. There's nothing special or interesting about it.
It's not like that
Raven
wooden,
destroyed it.
wooden cart that we rode earlier that ended up having a fucking goblin in it, is it?
It's not that kind of. It's literally just like it's almost like a shopping trolley, like wooden cart, that kind of thing.
But Raven
draw
destroyed it.
With what?
That's it.
Okay. I'm gonna make you do a strength check.
Alright.
Better succeed, buddy. This is a little
Oh
bit
dear,
bad.
I rolled 1.
Okay. So Raven pulls back his fist with anger in his eyes, hits the cart.
Oh,
Take 1 damage.
oh fuck.
I want you to take 1 damage because you just punched it, and it just hurts. Jesus Christ! You have 23 hit points now. You're a monster.
Level 2?
Yes.
Jesus. Actually, to be fair,
Yeah.
I think you had that. But
It's like, I could have jumped
I
up from
could
a
have that
90
much.
from a
I think I
meter.
got like
Yeah.
21.
thing.
So.
yeah.
Okay. What you?
Survive.
To be fair, maybe. What you doing now?
I'm just gonna
We wait because
I'm gonna make you.
We're gonna need our shit.
Okay, I'm gonna make you step back. Sorry.
Okay, well,
I'm
what's the
gonna draw my
second
short
request?
sword and my dagger, and I hold them. Like,
Okay. Okay. The drow heads back over to the cart, picks it up, looks Leoaver dead in the eye before turning back around and heading away. Heads back up the tunnel.
he walks off.
This is the only thing he has in his life.
And behind him, the gate shuts. And you are left back in the arena, fully armed, just like before. The trickster he puts out his hands as if he wants you to do something or say something.
What next?
As you shout this, the crowd erupts in applause and like cheers. You've just kind of basically hyped them up. They're excited. Congratulations. Well, I don't. Where were we? Ah, yes. Gentlemen, for your second gift, I offer you one more question each. I will answer truthfully and wholly. Leoaver.
Oh, I'm not ready.
I don't care.
Just to catch up, the question I asked last time that it was how do I find you, wasn't it? That's what I asked last time. That was my one question, and you were just like, no, I'll find you. Is that it?
Yes. Did you? You guys had two questions last time, didn't you?
No, we
No,
don't.
we only had one.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think that was that was the one.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I think I'll. I'm gonna look around a little bit. Where's my mother?
Jesus.
Wait, no, that was your question, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the question.
Yeah.
Maybe we did get two questions because I do remember you asking that.
Yeah. No, you asked that question. I will allow you.
Fucking Leovar's just still hung up on it. Where's my mum?
I will allow you to ask another question because you did ask that question.
Where's me man?
I'm gonna ask where is that?
Where's my dad? Fuck that guy.
Expensive for me.
I really don't know. I really don't know.
So the trickster hops over the bar, or there's like a gate or like a fence in front of him, on this overhanging thing. He kind of jumps over and sits on top, and he sighs and he looks at Fulgrim and goes, "Go on then."
Where are we? Because this is clearly not the material plane. Is this some kind of demi-plane or something?
So you say this, and an enormous grin comes upon his face, and he falls back out of sight. So he literally, his whole body falls back onto the ground.
He's a comedian.
And for a solid 5 seconds, you don't see him.
He's like,
Is he dead?
I'm gonna head out.
So all of a sudden, a figure flies up into the air, just in front of your vision of the two suns. Much larger than the trickster, and this time you can't make up the figure because it's in front of the sun. It's a silhouette. However, it has a very long hat. Or sorry, it has a. It's hard to like a cowboy hat, but it's kind of longer and more. You can tell it's more fabric and movement-y. That word, and he kind of is very elegant. He has both of his legs held together in quite a stiff manner, and he has his arms out in both directions, very, very elegant and flowy. Those aren't words, but yes.
Does he have a gun?
No.
Okay, good. It's not fired.
No, it's not like that hat. It is a lot long. You can tell it's not a cowboy hat, that kind of a thing.
Okay.
Do you mind? I'll be back in just 10 seconds. Hang on. I am here. Okay, I'm back. So he goes to open his mouth, and the voice you hear, all of you, echoes in your mind. Welcome to my home. This is my realm. I control it. Everything you see here is me. I am this realm. That is all.
It had no dramatic effect on me because you kept cutting out.
Okay.
Sick from what I heard.
Alright.
That was dope.
He then goes back, shrinks back down, and appears
Forgot you had that.
appears in his normal form, back on the kind of overhanging emperor bit. Raven, what is it you wish to ask me?
So, last time I asked you about why you did this to us, and now I understand it's just to delude the psychopath. So I've got one more thing to ask. Is this the best you can do?
Don't fucking go like that! Of course it's the best thing to do! He's got a Minotaur stood next to him! Die! I don't want to die.
So he looks slightly angry. He's not furious. He just doesn't say anything.
In my defense, I did not draw my weapon and shoot him in the face, so I've cut.
You've come a long way. Congrats.
Die.
Because we're outnumbered thousands to one.
Instead of answering, he just puts out his left hand and kind of flicks forward, and with that, Androgeus jumps over into the arena.
Fuck you, Cameron. Every time.
He doesn't move towards you. He just stands there and stares.
As he jumps over, I'll whip out my bone.
Okay.
Like the main big boss man.
Okay. Nobody
Step.
reacts.
I'll put an arrow in your eye.
No one reacts. The audience goes very silent, but the trickster and his Minotaur do not say anything.
Are you going to answer my question?
I think the Minotaur was the answer to your question.
Nah. That fucking person can do so much worse.
Oh god.
Stop challenge.
Raven, stop challenging him.
The Minotaur walks across and stands directly opposite Raven.
Oh fuck!
I walk towards him.
How close?
Jeez.
Like face to face, like a boxing match. Like, you know, when they get to the
Okay, alright. You move forwards.
Really has no fit.
He moves forwards. You're staring in the face of a Minotaur.
Balls!
I'm just going to put my shorts on in front of Fulgrim. I'm going to slowly back away.
Fulgrim just sitting next to himself. He's like, oh my god.
I'm fucking scared. I'm fucking shit.
So as this is happening, the trickster just kind of ignores it and says, Leoaver, go ahead.
What? Never know.
You called Raven and Rozes failure. Fulgrim's divine. What am I to you? Stay in the fucking car.
Homie, oh my. Now, that's a tough one. You are a thief. You are a thief. You are a follower. You are a fighter. But you are not bad. You are not good. You have not failed any of my trials, but you have not succeeded in them either. I expect better from you, Leoaver, but I will accept your satisfactory performance. And as he says this, he turns and he walks back into the center.
Forms of what? Oi! Performance of what?
So like he did in the last session, he reaches behind his back and pulls out the white mask and places it in front of his face, which gives you, I'm gonna say flashbacks because it's not deja vu, or it's not like you just remembering. You clearly picture it in your head, the giant man in the Adventurers Guild having you on strings. So you see it all around you, and it's kind of this very strange vision. And then he takes the mask off and puts it back behind him.
Alright, I'm gonna take one for the team. I'm gonna shoot an arrow right above his head. It doesn't hit him right above his head. It's like a warning shot.
Okay, I want you to roll for it.
I've got 20.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you release the arrow. You know, I'll let you say how it goes. As long as it doesn't hit him. As long as it goes above his head.
Yeah, this goes right above him. Like, it trims off a bit of his head. It's going so out. Boom.
Okay.
Like right above him. So
Okay.
Clean plus minus was here.
Okay. Very good shot. He kind of turns, and this time he actually acknowledges you. And the audience is nearly completely silent. It's quite eerie at the moment. And he just begins to clap. And slowly, the rest of the audience claps. Sorry, please go ahead.
Yeah, but as I was saying, is that the best you can do? He didn't answer my question.
No. He sighs. Dear Raven, Leoaver here has questioned why you are a failure. He kind of looks around at his audience. Is it not clear? And then he kind of clears his throat. He goes, and he claps his hands twice. And as he does this, the gate to your right begins to slowly roll open. And you can't see very far in. It's just kind of darkness at the moment as it opens. And the audience is going very, very eerily quiet.
Wait, is this the door to the right?
Yep.
Oh fuck. Mate, I'm shitting myself so much.
I know that one. I'll show you what the truth is. Once I've killed it, I come to that.
Good God.
No,
We're going to
die.
Good luck, dear wolf son. And
Not on my side.
So
Not on my side.
he takes a few steps back and takes a seat and is now kind of out of your vision.
I've insulted God.
You scared me.
You've also cut out. I just want you to know. Okay. So the door fully opens and you hear a loud. The audience is dead silent. Everyone is
Very brave.
everyone is standing there waiting. The Minotaur backs away a few paces,
Oh god, even the Minotaur's scared.
and out comes a single man running out. And he stops and looks around himself. And like you were earlier, he's very shocked by the amount of people, what's going on. He's just wearing, typical leather clothes, and he has just a singular sword on him. And he doesn't say anything. He's just a bit shocked.
So this is the best you can do. One traveller.
Leoaver, this is fate. This is fate.
This may be what it is. You will die. With that sword and shield.
Okay.
Terrifying.
So the man ran in and he stopped and he kind of looks around at all of you and he goes, "What? What is this?
Honestly, we don't even know.
Who
We're very confused.
who are you? Why have you put me here?"
Excuse me, fella. We're quite unsure ourselves.
Who's it you and your fucking big voice?
Don't you lie to me, you demon. And he kind of points his sword at you, Leoaver.
Oh shit.
I don't.
Demon?
Take it easy. If you only take out a big boss man, then little Minotaur buddy. It's a Minotaur bitch,
You? Why?
A bit less,
Why are you here? Why did you hurt my friends?
We didn't. We're prisoners as well.
No.
We're stuck here just like you are.
He's like shaking at this point, and he points at Raven and he goes, "This man here, he killed my brother." And then he points over at Leoaver and he goes, "And you killed my friend."
What did I do?
I've killed anyone in about. I can't remember.
About 2 days.
It's been months, by the way, since you've killed someone.
That month.
It's been a lot of months because remember you've been stuck in that box.
Wait, has it been months for all of us?
No, it's only for him.
Oh shit.
That's why he's looking old ass. Sorry, please carry on as you were. I don't know where we're.
I just said, what did I do?
Oh, well, I don't know. I didn't see you, but these two, they can't be trusted. Look, come to me, son. Come to me, dwarf.
Raven
I
approaches
do not trust you on
behalf
the
of all.
No, you may not, do not approach him on behalf of fucking Fulgrim.
Okay, you walk forward a little bit, but then I don't know.
I'm gonna stand a safe distance away. Look, I can vouch for these two. They haven't, they're stuck here with me.
Get him away from me. He points at Raven, who took a step forward.
Yeah, that's a good point. Raven, leave him alone. He's clearly scared of you. I'm kind of scared of you as well. Just take a step back.
Oh, fine. Take a step back.
Okay. Raven. You keep an eye on that Minotaur because I don't want his horns going up the ass.
I whip out the bow and point straight to the Minotaur's face.
Okay. He kind of tightens his grip on his axe.
I'm getting ready for a fucking grudge match.
Just punching each other. It'd be like the Hulk versus Thor scene.
Oh
Do you
shit.
remember? They just... Oh dear. All right, sorry.
Right, what's your name, son?
I won't tell you. I won't fall for these tricks again.
Hang on. I just told you. I'm not them. I don't know what they've done. You said they killed your friend?
I've
killed no one. my good man.
Don't you lie to me. You're a murderer.
Right, explain exactly to me how it happened.
Why? I woke up in a cell and some ugly fucker, he came in and he gave me my sword, and then I walked down this corridor and I came in a room and these two were here. And my friend and my brother were there and they killed him. I swear they killed him in cold blood.
I can explain. It's a test. It was a test. You see that man up there, and I point towards the bastard in the booth.
Yep.
The guy with no hair.
He's the one that's put us all here. Like, the thing is, we've all been seeing weird shit. It's him doing that. Look up. See how there's two suns?
No, I won't fall for your tricks again. He kind of spits on the floor in front of you.
This man.
I treat everyone with fucking respect. And this is how I get treated by every single fucking person.
Fulgrim, do you want me to shoot him?
Dude, don't fucking shoot him.
Okay.
Can't
Excuse
trust
me,
anybody.
fella. This dwarf is a good man. He's a healer. He helps people. Listen to him, he speaks the truth. We've all
But
been
he knocked me
fucked.
out once.
I don't give a fuck. You're a bunch of murderers. Oh, if you vouch for these two, then you might as well be a murderer.
I'm gonna walk up.
As you're walking, the gate behind him begins to open again.
Again! Oh, fuck! I thought it stayed open, it didn't know it closed.
Oh no, sorry, I think it closed. I can't remember.
He did say.
Wait, I'm fucking scared.
Sorry. It begins to open again. I'm just gonna say that.
Fulgrim, get back.
Yeah, actually. I'm gonna step back a little bit.
So the man also gasps.
Launched an arrow into the darkness.
Okay, he jumped. Okay, I want you to do a check to make sure you don't hit Fulgrim in the back of the head.
Yeah, because I'm right in the fucking way.
Oh, okay, I got a 4.
Okay, what's that with your?
I don't know.
Is it a longbow you're shooting with?
That's just,
I think that's like a
is it?
+5 to hit then.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
long.
you're proficient and you've got wait, what's your dexterity modifier?
Let me have a look.
Wait, are you not
No, you can't. It's +3 dex.
Oh, so that would be +5 then.
Yeah,
Um,
9
Was I? That was a DC for that, wasn't it? To not hit you.
Yeah, just on the,
Well, if you got a natural 1, it would probably have the potential to hit me.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, no, you shoot off into the distance and nothing exciting happens.
just making sure, lads.
Great, if it's in there, it's definitely dead.
That's the mind.
Oh, with my dark vision, do I see anything in there?
Oh yes, when I have dark vision as well.
So you see,
It's only fucking Raven that doesn't.
you see a few figures stepping forward.
Nice one, Raven. You didn't kill anyone, you just pissed them off.
That's what I like. This
What do you mean?
challenge.
So out of the darkness comes 3 men.
I'm a head out.
All 3 of them are elves, all wearing.
Well,
Elf.
4 of them. 2 of them emerged together. It's General Grievous.
Oh, there is. Oh god. Oh no. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, so 3 of them emerge, and again they're shocked and they're looking around.
Are there elves, you say?
Yes.
Hang on a second.
Let's give some sort of party or
Hello.
So the guy on the left takes a step forward, and
Put down my hood just to show off my ears.
I am elf.
they all 3 of them, or the one that speaks, he speaks in Elvish. Who knows Elvish here?
I know Elvish.
We both know Elvish.
Yep, I know
Oh,
Elvish.
all 3 of you know Elvish. You know Common, Elvish, and Halfling. Congrats.
Yeah.
I know Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Giant.
Alright, we go there. Finding
Many,
it.
many languages.
So he steps forward and he goes, "What is going on? What is this?"
This is actually what Leoaver sounds like when he speaks over. That be fair?
Let's say, "Do not fear, brother. We're being tricked. There's a trickster amongst there in the booth. He's tricking all of us. We're all being deceived."
That's a whole lot of tricking.
I'm gonna like sheath my short sword and dagger, and hold out my hand.
I couldn't trust anyone. It would be a trick.
Yeah, that'd be
Probably
fine.
Trickster after all.
So all three of these men are, as you look closer, they look pretty much identical. You can pretty much tell that. Well, they're not identical. You can tell that they're kind of very closely related.
No.
And the two in behind, they kind of cower a little bit, but the one in front seems kind of almost a lot happier to talk. I'm trying to remember what the accent. What is going on? He says, "Get your gypsy hands away from me." And he draws a sword. And so as do the two behind.
Oh, Raven notices.
Aggressive.
Raven notices.
And he just
Kind of
absolutely
heavily
he holds
breathing.
out towards the elf.
He what? Okay,
You are the fucking Minotaur. What are you doing?
He won't move. He won't move. He's shot his mark of hair.
okay.
It's all good.
So what you pull? Do you shoot or do you just pull your bow out?
Just hold it out. Just
Okay.
to look back, just in case.
As you do this, you notice out the corner of your eye the Minotaur takes a step forward. Just one step.
And I swing back to the Minotaur, release a warning shot, go click in his ear.
Okay. Make a check. If you want to clip his ear, it's going to be hard. Not to him.
I've got 15 without any additions.
You don't clip his ear, but it goes very close to his ear.
I've still got to add my things on
Yeah, it's 20.
Yeah, yeah.
that.
It-
20 in total, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't directly clip his ear, but it goes very close to his ear, and that shoots off into the wall.
What did I say, princess?
Very, very closely missing Chuck, who was standing behind, or
I'm gonna look
hanging behind.
elf in front of me.
What does the Minotaur do?
He doesn't do anything.
Good.
I'm gonna look at the elf in
You
front
there,
of me,
sugar bear?
and I'll say, "You don't want to do this. Not here, buddy."
Are we the only ones that can actually see that fucking Minotaur, by the way? Because they don't seem to care.
I see it,
I
but
would just like to refer, and I just put it behind me. And just, this!
the elf in front replies to you. I see it, but I've seen bigger threats in here than that's not his accent at all.
He's German.
You went
Yeah.
to make them.
I didn't even mean to. What?
What is going on?
Dylan could do one of two voices, and that's stereotype and slightly less offensive.
Yeah, man. What do you mean? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, he kind of, as he said, he acknowledges that there's a Minotaur, and however he doesn't, he kind of eyes up Leoaver, and the one from the back, he kind of comes forward. They're all eyeing you up, Leoaver, but they don't say anything as such.
I'll put my bow pointing at him.
Which one?
Yeah,
Okay.
the one approaching.
Okay. Night. See ya. Oh wait. Ciao. So as you say this, the human next to Fulgrim speaks up. Well, what are we supposed to do? And he kind of notices that Leoaver's come a bit closer, and he takes a step back.
Look. I don't want this to end in a fight, okay? Like, if we're fighting anyone, should be the Minotaur over there. Even though
Graceful
I
wonder
agree.
will not give him much choice.
What? Apologies. Yeah, I think you cut out for me.
what? No, I heard them.
What happened?
Oh,
He
I
just-
said
They just agree with me.
yeah. I said I agree, but I don't think we'll give him much choice.
The elves kind of. They still look angry and they don't look very impressed with you. However, they decide to take a step aside from the gate after peering in and whatnot. Two go one side, and one stands on this side. And however, the gate is still open at this point.
Is there anything in there, or?
Not that you can see.
Alright. We just leave.
Yeet.
Leave Chuck.
Aight, see you later.
I agree with Paul. Let's get this party started, shall we?
Oh god. Okay, go ahead.
Alright, I think the fairy princess at front is saying, enough of the game. Let's start playing, Let's level up the playing field, bring out what you want. Just 8 of us and one of you, or 2 plus a little bit over there. So, come on out.
Bro. He's probably gonna bring out a giant and we're gonna die.
I challenge you, not your little Minotaur friend, I challenge you. Fight to the
Don't
death.
challenge the fucking god!
So
What are you doing?
So the trickster hops over the barrier and steps onto the sand. Or no, he doesn't. Sorry, he's floating.
Snap roses!
He's floating about half a foot above the ground. And
Rip the roses, but I'm different.
That's just like. move
I'm
on it.
Raven.
he kind of looks around at all of you, and he doesn't say anything. He then kind of looks around at Chuck and takes a long, hard stare at him.
Well, you like little kids now, do you?
Fuck me!
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, Cameron.
Okay. How do I roll?
How do you roll?
Yeah.
Pick up the dice, man. I've done your roll list.
8. Cameron, what is your armor class is 16.
Oh god! Okay.
So he hits you.
Wait,
What?
is that 8 plus 8?
I don't know, it could be more than 8.
Or 9, or 10.
Fuck,
Or 120.
it's gotta be a minimum of 8.
Has to be a minimum.
It does.
Oh fuck!
This man is a god.
No, I don't wanna die.
What is the spell that Rozes uses?
Charm person.
No, the main one with the flat.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. What is the? Do you know the stats on that by any chance?
It's 1d10. It's 1d10.
1d10.
But,
Okay.
Well, hang on. That depends though.
Does it?
Yeah, it depends on the level of the guy.
What's?
I don't want you to tell me, but right, if I quickly look it up, because cantrips level up with the person.
Okay.
So if you're 5th level, it'll be 2d10.
Oh.
Hang on. So 5th level, it creates 2 beams,
Mhm.
and 3 beams at 11th, and 4 beams at 17.
So he's a maximum of 4 beams then.
So 4d10.
Fucking hell! Oh my god! This guy's got to be like past 20th level. Oh, holy shit!
No, I can't.
Roll 3 other d10s then.
Okay.
4d10.
Holy shit.
Cameron,
Wait,
you can't.
Cowboy kills his character!
You can't see. You,
Hang on.
you can't see roll 20.
Dylan? No.
Yeah.
Cameron, what's your health?
His health right now is 23.
Three.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think he's alright then.
No. So Cameron, you just got hit by 38 points of damage.
Jesus Christ! It's not. Wait, hang on. Jesus.
Can I block it?
Okay.
No.
So
No.
that only takes it to -15, so he's not outright dead, but he's fucking unconscious.
So what
Okay.
if you become outright dead then by a shot?
Double, isn't it?
Yeah, it's well, no, it's not going to be double. What it's going to be is if your health reaches 0, and then the remaining damage equals your health maximum, then you straight up
right.
die.
Okay, fair.
So I've got a maximum of 18. If I took like 18 hit points, and then the remainder was also 18 or higher, I would outright die.
So if you took like a minimum of 36,
Yeah,
you'd
I
be
would.
outright dead.
I would outright die if I took
Yeah,
that.
okay,
in one
fair.
go.
Right, so he gets hit. Damn.
Okay.
Fucking don't make me use my last spell slot to heal you. I swear.
Now, before anyone is able to react, he hovers over to Raven. I mean, unless any of you want to engage him, of course.
Oh, fuck off! I don't give a shit about Raven
Am I
by this.
unconscious? Am I?
I'm pretty sure at this point your heart is pretty much stopped.
Can I be like just remaining on the edge of consciousness? I want to try something.
No.
You just took
That's not how
30.
they-
I hate to say it.
What did the Eldritch Blast look like, by the way?
Funny you should ask.
I feel got enough energy.
You haven't got any energy. You've pretty much been killed.
You're literally on the verge of death.
You're on death saving.
This is where you start making death saving throws. Your character could die right now.
So the Eldritch Blast looked like 4 completely black beams surrounded by a purple. Oh, for God's sake! Night. See ya.
A little bit of poo came out.
Surrounded by like this glowing purple electricity looking stuff,
Nice.
and hit directly
Use it with
in his
Raven
chest.
and just taking fucking mad damage.
Raven's the only one that's been downed so far, and he's been down twice.
Yeah, it was just some Fulgrim.
So the Trickster is going to cast Cure Wounds.
Oh fuck.
How do I do that?
Those slots are fine. Okay.
Backseat DM?
What level are you casting it at?
Well, just have a guess. Have a guess.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
25.
Okay.
Should we
Well,
assume 20th
so
level?
it's 20th level. Fucking hell, what spells only go up to 9.
Oh, alright.
So it's 1d8 plus 3 at first level.
Yep.
Oh, well, it's 1d8 plus their wisdom modifier, and then sorry. So it's 1d8 plus the wisdom modifier at first level, and then it goes up by 1d8 for every one. So it would be 10d8 at 9th level.
I see him roll 10d8.
I'm gonna fucking
roll 20. I'm
shoot
gonna
myself.
die inside.
I like how he knows a cleric spell and a warlock spell. I'm
I
scared.
know.
So wait, what were the? Sorry, could you go over how many again?
So at level 1, it's
Yep.
1d8, and then for every spell slot higher than 1, so if you cast it at 2nd level, it would be 2d8, 3rd level, it would be 3d8.
Okay.
I'm not sure why I said 10d8.
And you don't have to cast it at your level, do you?
No, you can cast it whatever level you want if you've got spell slots for it.
This guy's a god.
It rolls it. Wait, what does he have to hit?
Oh no, you don't hit, you just touch someone and hit and do it.
Oh, it just kills no matter what.
Yeah, as long as you can touch the person.
Alright. Because my guy
That's
does have, like,
5,
a
and
sidearm
then you
dash.
add his wisdom modifier.
Does that add to his minus score, or
Sorry?
does that add to his 0 or to his minus score?
Will be 1d8 plus whatever his wisdom is, so it would just be his regular, like his...
Yeah, but is that the health he ends up on?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's
So
good.
he'll wake up now.
Okay. Yeah, no, Raven wakes up. I'm not going to tell you how many hit points he's on. That's the T, sis.
Hang on, you kind of need to tell him.
Okay, yeah, no, I actually do need to tell you. Yeah, so he just gets you up to 5 hit points. That's what he does.
We need to go
Now,
fucked before the fight even started.
what, is he next to me?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna try stabbing him in the leg.
For fuck's sake, as soon as I said it.
Okay. Go for it, roll.
That'll be plus 5 as well.
18 plus 5.
23.
Actually, wait, are you using a long sword or a short sword?
I'm using like a little short. I'm using a long
Short,
sword.
okay, yeah. Oh, longsword, that'll be plus your
No,
strength.
short sword. Short sword. Yeah, just a regular.
That's
Sword.
plus 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 23.
Okay, you miss.
Stab him in the leg.
Jesus Christ!
I missed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
Well, no, yeah,
That is-
yeah.
God.
And yeah, he takes a step backwards.
I knew it was a good beforehand, but blooming hell, a problem sword. Stab him in the leg. It's like wide in his leg. Still miss.
Mr. Backseat DM. That's what I'm calling you now. I don't. Is there a spell that can stop someone from speaking?
Blindness, deafness, but I don't think there's one way you can stop people speaking.
Actually, oh
There might be. Oh yeah, silent. Yeah, it literally is one. It's called.
yeah. How would I?
That works. Because it's an area of effect. Like a certain area becomes silent, not the specific person. So for the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within any range. Any
How-
creature or object
Because he's
inside the
God,
sphere is immune to thunder
he
damage,
can-
and creatures are deafened while entirely inside it.
Wait, how big was it? Sorry.
20
Okay.
20-foot sphere.
Would I be able to cast that at the location exactly where Raven is?
Yeah, and it'll be so that would take. So that would go almost up to fucking Leoaver.
Literally just in front of my face.
Yep. Is that how it just works? Does it just happen?
Yeah, it just happened.
Okay. He does that and he floats around.
Right, I apologise on Raven's behalf.
Also, at this point, Raven, you find yourself very weak and unable to move very far or fast or quickly or anything. Any of those words. So as we were, Fulgrim and Leoaver, how are you? Welcome back to the room.
I shit my pants. I shit. I'm scared. Who are we fighting then? Because you haven't exactly made it very clear. Do you want us to fight these people?
He sighs and he says,
Not that I'm trying to fight. I'm not violent.
What?
I'm the least violent of this group.
What do you think I want you to do?
Well, I mean, you sent a bunch of crazy people after him that seem intent on killing Leovar and Raven. So.
He puts his finger up as if to tell you to stop doing whatever you're doing, and he looks at Raven. Raven, you wish not to be a failure, do you?
Raven can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking to Leoaver. Leoaver, sorry.
I was just saying, Raven's deaf.
Now, I wish for you to act, Leoaver. What do you believe that I expect from you?
I'm going to my weapon sheet. I'm going to look at man who accused me of killing his brother and friend. I'm going to slowly approach.
Okay.
Get about next to Fulgrim, I'm going to say, whatever you saw, I'm sorry.
He doesn't say. He's kind of on the floor. He then like puts his back to the wall and kind of slides down, and he kind of trembles and cowers. Yeah. What's the word? He's just looking very very scared on the floor.
Terrified.
Yes. They're all those words all put together.
I'm going to sit on the floor, like kneel down. I'm not like right next to my bed.
Yeah.
5 feet. I'm going to kneel down and say, sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for what you had to see.
So as you're saying this, he drops his sword and he puts his hand to his face and he begins to sob.
Pussy ball.
I'm going to turn to Trixie and say,
jokes that I'd use right now. Or
Sadly, you can't.
Good thing you're fucking muted.
Wait, let's actually mute him in the chat as well.
Oh,
that's cruel.
so the trickster, he kind of floats backwards. He doesn't answer your question. And he pronounces, someone inside this arena is not what they seem.
Clearly, right?
Clearly. Who is it?
Chuck. He can't be who you
So he looks quite quizzically at you, almost a bit confused for once. Would you care to explain?
is Chuck a part of your game?
He smiles and has a little chuckle. My dear Leoaver, you are all a part of my games.
Why is Chuck a part of your game?
Chuck is your responsibility.
He's a boy.
You have neglected him.
Neglected. Your bounty hunter literally teleported to like, I'm not entirely sure what I could have done to stop that. It's like, parental neglect. I'm not fucking the McCanns. I was looking at Chuck when he disappeared.
He
Oh, look at Rozes when he's good as well.
yes. He looks a bit angry at what you've said.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Doesn't even know who the McCanns are.
Listen to me in this fucking game.
And he talks to you.
Anytime I provide an argument, somebody looks at me angrily. Sorry, it's not my mum.
Do you say anything to his look? Or
No.
okay.
I just look back. Equally as angry.
He floats forwards.
I'm not attacking him because I'm not an idiot.
No, right into your face.
Oh, fuck!
And you can all still hear him clearly. Well, apart from Raven. And he whispers to you, I told you, he was not my bounty hunter. Do you think I would really stoop that low?
Probably, yeah.
He shakes his head and backs off slightly.
I mean, you have an entire arena for people that like don't want to be here, so it's stooping kind of low already.
To that he laughs and he says, and he looks around at his audience and says, people that do not want to be here. And he shouts out, do you want to be here? And everyone starts cheering and applauding. They're like, woo, yeah, go, yeah, woo. Yeah. Androgeus appears kind of behind him as well.
Oh, fucking Androgeus!
Right, enough of this shit.
Wait.
Oh.
I was about to say, I want something to happen. Please don't attack anyone.
Just give us Chuck. We'll be on our way.
You wish to make a deal?
Oh god, no.
Yes.
No!
What will you offer?
Raven.
Raven.
It's tempting.
As he says this, Leoaver, you feel in your pocket something vibrate slightly and moving and trembling.
Fucking. I want to reach into my pocket and I'm going to assume it's my deck of cards.
Ah, funny you should say. It is your deck of cards.
What are the chances?
Yeah, it is. You feel that it is your deck of cards.
I'm going to look through for the sacrificial card.
You instantly find it because you see that it is glowing and it's slightly.
They're all the sacrificial.
No, don't worry. However, when you reach the cards, you see the same sword, but this time it's glowing and you see blood stains across the sword. It still says the sacrifice below.
Does the sword look like one of my swords?
It does not. It's quite a. How do I say? A sword that is for show. It's kind of looks a bit gold and has kind of some gemstones across it. In fact, you recognize it from the town of Fairweather. Do you remember that sword you got back for the blacksmith?
Oh.
It seems quite similar to that sword.
Wait, who has it? I think I have it.
The blacksmith has a sword.
The black. We gave it back to him.
Oh, yeah.
And
I should take that out of my inventory. I still have it in my inventory.
as you notice this, you hear the gates reopen. While you were all speaking, it had shut. You hear it start to kind of shake and open again. Go ahead.
I'm gonna look into the gate
Yeah, me too.
with my Dawg vision.
You see two figures.
Who do I see?
Now,
How big are said figures?
one figure is quite heavily built and quite a heavily built male, and the other is quite a young woman. In fact, it is
Oh no!
the blacksmith and his daughter.
Oh, fucking hell.
They come out.
See this.
And look around.
Look towards the blacksmith. Does he recognize me, or is he completely like blank face?
He's kind of looking around, and he slowly makes eye contact with both of you. Not Raven at the moment. He notices. They both notice both of you, but they don't seem to say anything. They seem less absent than the other 4 people that have came in, but they still notice and recognize you. And you notice that neither of them have any tools or anything, apart from the blacksmith, who appears to have a very decadent sword on his side.
We'll look towards the trickster.
Mhm.
Guard. And I'm gonna approach the blacksmith.
Go for it.
Hello again.
Oh, you're that rogue. Yeah, they both look very pale and very weary. Where are we?
You are not. Neither do we. I think I know how to. But you both know. I need to find that sword.
He kind of looks around and goes, what sword? And then he notices his side and he goes, oh, this old thing. Here. And then he picks it up and he hands it to you. It's the least I could do for your troubles. He puts it out.
Is it like a long sword? Is it a short sword?
It is a long sword. It's quite heavy.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold it in my right hand, kind of like upside down. I'm gonna walk towards the trickster, kind of like have a blade dragging across the sand as I do.
Mhm.
Approach. Come right next to him.
Go for it. Oh me, oh my, Leoaver. How courageous of you. However, you are a crucial part of my story, and I would
You, dude.
hate to lose you. I will not instruct you of what I wish, but leave it to you. Make your move.
Do it. Kill me. Kill me.
No, it can't be.
I can't let it be. I'm sick of this place.
Okay, because I'm gonna hint at who he might mean. So I'm gonna look at Fulgrim
Hey, what?
and look back.
Wait, it's a joke.
No, I'm gonna look at Fulgrim and I'll look back puzzled at the trickster. Does he respond in any way, or shake his head?
No, he just kind of carries on floating and smiling and kind of nodding towards you.
I'm gonna walk slightly in Raven's direction. Look at him.
Is it him?
Look back at the trickster.
He very lightly shakes his head.
Very likely. I'm going to walk more in Chuck's direction. And look back worried.
Again, he shakes his head slightly.
Who the fuck are we supposed to sacrifice? See, the thing is, I don't want to fight anyone because then I'll be deemed just too violent again.
I haven't got to sacrifice one of the elves, have I? Do I have to sacrifice a blacksmith's daughter? That's fucked if I do.
Maybe you need to sacrifice the sword. Just snap the sword.
You're in the silent zone, by the way.
Sorry?
Minotaur.
He's still in the silent zone. Wait, how long does the silent zone last for?
Shit. I
I just want to check if Raven's back in the room yet. He's just chilling. He's just vibing.
last for 10 minutes.
Okay, no, the silent zone's still there, and you're currently inside it. Just to let you know.
How long has it been?
Okay, well, the worrying
I
thing
would say
is that
7 minutes.
He shook his head about Raven and Chuck, but he just didn't do anything when I looked at Fulgrim.
Leoaver, we can talk about this.
I'm gonna point to one of the elves and look at the trickster.
He kind of smiles and shrugs his shoulders.
Oh, I think it's got to be one of the people.
It's gotta be. The decision is mine. But it's like,
Can't we... Wait, point is Minotaur, see what he does.
nah. Fuck it, yeah, okay, I'm gonna shrug my shoulders and look at the Minotaur.
The trickster doesn't reply, but the Androgeus, he turns and he like growls at you.
He's like, try it.
He's like, bitches.
I'm going to point
Can you make the growl sound?
To
I want to hear what
the-
it sounds like.
Row. What the fuck was that?
That was me.
Oh, no.
I heard, I want to hear what it sounds like, I want to be a mirror. No, I'm going to point to the blacksmith's daughter.
I like how we just systematically point.
Yeah.
Find out, man. I
It's
need to
it's
know.
like blue clues, except we don't use clues.
I need to know. I need to know who I'm.
The trickster finally kind of, he doesn't snap, but he gets a bit annoyed. He just
You fucking idiot.
he kind of, Leoaver, you feel your, because obviously you can't hear or say anything at the moment.
That's Raven.
Do you want to go into like a
No,
private
no.
room and say it or something?
No, as in Leoaver, you're still in the silent area.
Oh,
No, oh,
Yes. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay.
I was gonna say, like, do you want to tell me in the?
No. I was just I was just saying that you wouldn't actually be able to hear this bloke if he spoke.
Go.
So he kind of comes right up to your ear and he whispers, I know I wish to play games, but do not play with me, Leoaver. Make your choice.
Oh.
Oh.
Right.
So it can be me or any of these people.
Really good.
I get down on my knees.
I'm going to.
Just do it. Just do it, Leoaver.
I'm going to approach Fulgrim.
Oh fuck!
I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder.
I'm ready. I've closed my eyes. I've closed my eyes. I'm ready.
Oh, fuck. I really don't want to do this.
You actually gonna stab me?
No.
For real?
I'm going to lean in and whisper in his ear.
Okay, I'm gonna miss
gonna-
you. Oh, okay.
I'm going to walk towards this elf.
Oh, that poor elf. He didn't do anything
As I pass this man, I'm going to say, sorry, you have to see this.
The elf is kind of like readying himself. He's kind of drawn his sword and he's looking a bit. He looks scared, but he seems quite prepared.
I'm going to, with my, I still have a long sword out, but I'm going to reach out with one hand, as if to like openly reach out with my hand. See what it does.
As you move your hand, he flinches, but kind of very slightly lowers his guard as he notices what you've done. But he doesn't reach for your hand or anything like that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna, as if to shake his hand, I'm going to put my hand out as if to shake it.
Again, he kind of backs himself up. Oh, you good? You alive? What's happened, gang?
What? Still here.
What's going? What?
Oh, Kieran's muted himself. Someone must have walked in.
Oh, this is an L.
Big elf voice.
Well,
You hear me?
um,
I'm still here.
while this is happening, Raven, what are you currently doing? You're very injured. I'm kind of wounded.
And I'm just.
Are you going to make an attempt to come move or anything?
I mean, hasn't come in the past.
No, you can move, but you're just very injured.
So I'm going to try and approach the ground, see what's going on. So I think I can see what's going on and understand what's happening.
So from the bird's eye point of view, everything's going on to your right. Chuck is upwards. There's audience to the left and to the bottom. Which way are you going to head?
I'm going to head towards right. Again, I see that snake and the sacrifice one of the animals by the look of things.
So head towards the gate where all the commotion is going on.
Yeah,
Okay, if I...
because I'm weak and the elves don't know. They're still for the line.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and redeem myself in a certain way.
Okay. I'll let you go up to kind of just behind Fulgrim. As Leoaver approaches this elf, are either of you, Fulgrim or Raven, going to act?
No, there's nothing I can do.
I'm going to approach him. Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you approach. I won't let you go right up to him yet. You haven't had enough time. Leoaver, what were you saying, sorry?
As I was, I would put my hand out as if to like shake his hand. Does he grab it at all?
No, he kind of falls back into the wall further and kind of clinches hold of his sword like really hard, and he's kind of crouched over, so he looks a lot smaller than you at the moment, and he's kind of looking at your chest, not your face.
I look chest, do I see anything? Or
No, you don't. It's just your chest, normal.
okay. I kind of disappointedly and ashamed just put my hand down.
Mhm.
Turn around. I'm going to grab the longsword with both hands,
Oh no.
and I'm going to whisper, "Forgive to the queens," which, as we all understand Elvish, apart from Raven. Does Raven understand?
Yeah, Raven understands
I
Elvish.
understand, yeah.
Okay, so we all understand Elvish. That's pointless. Yeah, I whisper, "Forgive me," in Elvish, and I swiftly turn around. And I go to swing along.
Okay. Go for the roll.
Alright. Please don't be shit. This is really emotional. Okay, that's not bad. 14 plus. I've completely forgotten what a hit on a longsword is. Is it +5 or is it +3?
Are you proficient in longsword? Just go to your weapon proficiencies on your character sheet.
Yeah, you are. You are.
Bottom. Okay, and then so yeah, that'd be your proficiency plus your strength.
So my proficiency plus my strength. My strength's -1.
Okay, so that's +1 to hit then.
+1 to hit, okay. So that's 15 in total to hit.
Okay. You do hit. Would you like to?
Can I interrupt it quickly?
Yeah. What were you thinking, young Raven?
Because I know what's going on. So I want to sort of, because I'm weak already, I want to push the elf out the way and take the hit.
I'm not going to allow you to do this. Yeah, I'm not going to allow you to do this just because of the small distance. I because you only just got up and you're quite weak and weary. I'm going to make you do a check to see if you get there in time because we didn't actually. Yeah, I want you to roll. It's going to be quite a hard roll. This is to see if you could actually.
17.
Jesus. Okay. You can make it to them.
Alright.
Now I want you to do a strength check, please. D20, like usual.
Yep. 14.
Jesus Christ!
He's a strong boy.
Jesus Christ!
Therefore, my other strength modifiers haven't I as well.
Yep, let me quickly roll. You got +2 on strength. Or +4. Wait. Yeah, it's +2. If both of the strength rolls are the same, what do we do?
So what?
If the person who is rolling... If the two people who are rolling strength checks against each other roll the same thing, who wins?
Whoever has the highest strength one.
Oh. Okay. Raven, as...
That or it can be contested. I guess it's up to you.
I'm going to say that
Let me have this.
you push him. However, because of the motion that Leoaver is in, although you do push him out the way, Leoaver is in such a swinging, swizzling motion, and you're just to the side that even though you've pushed him kind of out of the way, it's still in the way of Leoaver. So I'm going to give... wait. So unfortunately, no. I'm gonna have to allow Leoaver to hit. Just because of, in my brain, the way that Leoaver would be swinging for this. Does that make sense?
Wait, hang on.
Does any of this make any sense? Backseat DM, please help my brain here.
Hang on. How are you ruling?
I'm thinking that Raven pushes him, but the way that Leoaver is kind of swinging around, it wouldn't make much difference.
Well, you can have it as he's swinging around, he just pushes his arm back. Like, he can push his arm so he can't, he doesn't have the momentum to swing around.
If we do a strength check between Raven and Leoaver.
Oh, wait, hang on. I'm fucking brain fart the shit now. Who's strength check who?
Okay, so Raven's. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to save the elf
Wait, why? You have 5 hit points.
for making Leoaver. No, as he's swinging, try to sort of sacrifice myself.
Oh, so you're jumping in front?
Yeah, I'm jumping in front.
Okay, who
If
made
something does happen,
who
the
made
elf got more of a chance.
I was trying to do a straight throw between Raven and the elf to see if Raven would be able to push him out of the way.
Oh shit!
If that makes sense. And they both got the same number.
Look,
Well, if they both got the same number, who has the highest strength?
A Raven does.
Raven does. So Raven would win, and he would jump in.
Okay, so we're saying he's jumping in front. I just want to.
I mean, if that's his intention, and he beat him.
Okay, yeah, no, fine. Leoaver, I want you to roll damage, please.
Did you swing two-handed or one-handed?
Two-handed, so it's a 1d10 plus
Yep.
1.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
1d10. It's 1d10 minus 1 because you don't add the proficiency to your damage.
Ah, yeah.
Wait,
right,
hang
my
on.
strength is awful.
Brain fart, do you?
Raven finna die.
It's 1d10
Again.
Plus strength modifier, so
So-
-1. Oh my god, you're lucky. You're so fucking.
How many did you get? What, 4?
You're lucky. I have a -1 because I just landed a 5.
Take 4 points of fucking slashing damage. Jesus.
Yeah, so Raven, I'm gonna currently put you back on the floor in a heap. Because you're on 1 hit point.
yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
sorry,
That's my
Mike.
intention.
Okay, you are very injured at this point. You're a whole mess.
As I swing around to like hit the elf, I see
Mhm.
Raven dodge, but I kind of slice his chest. Like,
Oh.
and when I realise I've done it, I'm gonna yell, "Fuck!"
Jesus Christ, you fucking idiot.
So
I say, Raven.
You know what? Rozes would have saved it by now.
you would have blasted that Eldritch Blast, bang.
I do something heroic for the first time in this entire series. Like,
Look, Raven, I'm proud of you, but you're still a fuck.
Okay, I want you to
Fulgrim.
go ahead.
Fulgrim.
What?
Now help him.
Help him, he's not dead.
1 HP.
HP, I'm not wasting a fucking spells.
Or don't waste a spell slot. Just like use your medicine, or like use your.
I don't have any medicine.
No, just I don't know.
Literally, the only thing a med kit can do is stop him from dying.
Oh shit. Okay.
I don't have anything else to help him.
I'll look Raven in the eye and just say, "You fool." What?
Oh.
Yeah, and Mr.
You want me to
Godman
kill
over there
you?
said not you.
I'm gonna ignore him, and I'm gonna stand up, and I'm gonna look at the elf that I was swinging at, holding the longsword double-handed. I'm not trying to hide it this time. I'm just marching towards him.
Before you're able to do that, I want you to all roll initiative.
Oh, Jesus, fuck. You've done nothing.
Including you, Raven. Because you're still alive. You got 13?
yeah,
Now, let's wait for everyone to roll first.
that's about any
Alright,
thing.
This
Yep.
is bad.
Oh wait, Raven 13. Wait, what do we add?
And there's an initiative,
There's
so
a
it'll be
separate
plus
initiative
dexterity.
next to armor class.
It's just
Oh, it's plus. Oh, okay. Oh, you're on 16, Raven.
Nice.
Okay.
I got 10 in total.
10.
Oh, really? Nice. I got 15.
Okay.
Sweet.
I'm gonna roll for the top elf. What do I plus again?
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
Plus dex.
Dude, I'm learning D&D shit.
Well, is that D20?
That's 13 for him.
I've come so far.
16 for the elf second down. For the bottom elf, another 16.
Oh, God.
I'm just doing this. They're not necessarily just going to attack straight away. I just want initiative ready. The man at the top, 19.
Oh man, come on, dude. Like,
He
I
sees you
know.
stomping towards him, and he's like, I'm prepared. I will not make the same mistake again.
You're lucky, boys. Androgeus got 6.
Oh god! Oh fuck!
Why would Androgeus need to roll initiative?
I'm just rolling the blacksmith and the daughter just for the sake of it. You got 15 and a 15.
I'm having a fucking grudge match with this Minotaur. I don't give a shit.
Let me quickly work out who goes first. So
I
the
know
man
for a
goes
fact his
first.
strength is like double mine, but I can try.
Fulgrim and Raven are just going to double team this Minotaur.
Yeah, then you're gonna have to fight everyone else. I
On the
suggest you
rope,
give
guys.
the blacksmith his sword back.
So we have in this order
You've already killed one person. You don't need to kill a
the man at the top, then Raven, followed by two of the bottom 2 elves. I don't know either. Followed by Fulgrim, followed by the blacksmith, followed by his daughter, followed by the top elf, followed by Leoaver, followed by Androgeus.
Androgeus, that big old bitch, is lost.
So the man at the top is going to run.
Person roll initiative.
He did not. He's going to float off out here.
He does that, he can fuck off.
And the trickster is going to turn around, back up to his booth, fly up there, and he's going to shout out, "Let the games commence!"
I knew
And he claps.
I knew it! I knew we should have started with this.
And everyone in the crowd begins to applaud, the loudest applause and like screams you've heard yet. As I said, the man up here is just going to run away into the corner. Raven, you're in a heap on the floor. What are you going to do? You're on 1 hit point.
I'm going to try and stop protect myself. Anyone tries to kill me out.
Okay. So
That would count as the dodge action. So anyone that attacks you will have disadvantage.
yep.
I can't really do anything. I know
No.
that if I attack anyone, I'll just die.
Can you move and also dodge?
Well, he can move and then take the action.
Okay. Because
It's just an action.
yeah, you're surrounded by one of the elves, Leoaver, Fulgrim, and the blacksmith. But the blacksmith's
Yeah.
not paying any attention to you.
So when you take the dog action, you focus entirely on avoiding attacks. Until the start of your next turn, any roll made against you has disadvantage if you can see the attacker.
Yeah, I'm going to dodge.
Okay. Are you going to move and dodge, or like get out of the crowd?
Stay where I am.
Okay.
Because I'm too weak otherwise.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Then this elf here is going to this elf is going to pull up straight up on pull up straight up on Leoaver. He's going to take a swing. Jesus Christ.
And a miss.
he runs up to you, and like a baseball bat, he just swings and completely misses you. And onwards with the next elf. This one. He's also going to attack Leoaver. What's he going to get?
Oh shit!
That hits.
Yeah, thank you. Let me have a look. So they have short swords. So what is it?
1d6
1d6.
plus their dex.
1d6. Plus their dex. Dex modifier +1. 4 damage. Yeah.
That's 4 points of damage.
I like that. Yeah.
That's it. That's all my thing.
Fulgrim, welcome.
Oh,
Welcome to the field of play.
oh shit! Okay, right. I don't like these humans, but I reckon Leoaver will take. Well, no, no. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, because that's all I can move. And I am going to cast Sacred Flame at the Minotaur.
Okay.
So he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes. How do I do that?
So that unless it specifically says on the sheet what his saving throw is, you just add his dexterity bonus.
Okay. Alrighty. Let me roll. Oh. Touche.
So, a giant beam of fucking fire shoots down on top of his head, and it does 1d8 radiant damage, I believe. Yes, it do. Right, hang on, let me find you 1d8. He takes 3 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
It's my only damaging cantrip.
He just kind of it barely does anything to him. He kind of just like brushes it off, and before now he hadn't actually looked towards your direction. However, now he's staring you down.
I'm trying to draw him away. I'm just trying to draw. Just so Leoaver can focus.
Okay. Next up, the blacksmith and his daughter. They're just going to kind of take a back seat.
Leoaver, give him the sword.
Now this elf here, he's gonna look down at Raven, who is still kind of like on the floor dodging and whatnot, and he's gonna kind of smile at you, and then instantly jump at Leoaver and just go for the swing.
He gets advantage.
Oh wait, does he get advantage?
Because he's flanked.
No.
It's up to you though.
No, we won't do that because otherwise it'll be weird. Because I can imagine Leoaver's kind of facing all three of you.
Yeah, flanking rules is very.
Yeah.
It's a very discussed topic in D&D because no one
Yes.
really knows how it works.
Okay, that's fine. That's 6. That's 8. I presume that doesn't hit.
Oh no.
What is your armor?
15.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Go ahead, Leoaver.
Okay. So, let me see. If I strike at the ground to create like kind of sand going in their eyes, that's going to count as my attack, isn't it?
Backseat DM.
You basically want a pocket sand.
Yeah, I basically want to. Yeah, I basically want to strike at the ground, so I want to kind of hit sand in their eyes.
The only problem is that I'm not sure how I'd personally rule it.
Androgeus. Smash. Welcome.
I'm going to leave this one up to you, Dylan. I mean, it's your fucking game anyway. But it's do you give them disadvantage attack, or do you give Leoaver advantage on his next attack? Which is out of the way.
I think it makes sense. I'm gonna tell you this before you're gonna like 100% do the attack. If you do this, it will just give them disadvantage. It'll give all 3 of them disadvantage on their next attack. I'm not keen on it like blinding them, or I think it's too long of a time. Yeah, I think it's too long of a time for you to be able to have advantage on your next. Yeah. If we say it gives them all disadvantage, and then it's up to you whether you want to actually do that or not.
Okay. So technically, it's kind of like a reflavored option. That works.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do that then.
Okay.
Hit the ground, kind of put sand in their eyes, and then I'm going to take my bonus action to hide behind this pillar whilst they are struggling.
Oh,
Okay, I like that.
He's a smart boy.
Yeah.
When I hide behind the pillar, I'm going to look at the man and and I'm going to put my hood back up.
Touche.
That'll hide you.
I'm an edgy rogue.
You put your hood up and they don't recognize you. Like, hey, have you seen this man anywhere?
I'll keep my hood down, actually. No. Keep it up. I don't want to be an elf when I kill them. Or half elf. I'm not an elf. I'm half elf.
So, next up is Androgeus. Now, Mr. Fulgrim, I'm gonna use.
I know exactly what you're gonna do.
Do you? Do you want to tell me what I'm gonna do? Because I'm pretty sure you do.
You're gonna charge at me with the horns.
Yep, baby.
He's gonna try to knock me.
Gore attack, my dear boy. So it says if the Minotaur moves at least 10 feet straight toward it. Oh, because it's not straight. But can I move there?
Oh yeah.
And then okay, that's fine. I'm just checking. Goes straight towards and hits with a gore attack on the same turn. The target takes an extra 2d8 piercing damage. If the target is a creature, are you a creature?
2 seconds. I am a creature, yes. Anything is a creature. Is this his charge action?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So he's got to hit me with...
Yeah, if I hit you with the gore attack, and then I also succeeded strength throw, I can yeet you 10 feet and knock you prone.
Yeah, okay. Go on then, fucking try me.
Okay, this is to hit. Where are we?
Kidding me? Oh, Jesus Christ!
You about to get there, yeet boy.
Nah, I still got to save the. So.
It says if the target is a creature, it must succeed a DC 14 strength saving throw.
Okay, so he does his gore attack, which is 2d8, isn't it? And then there's an extra 2d8
yes.
for the charge.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yep.
So that's 2, 4. That's 68 because of the critical. That's 68 plus 4 or something, isn't it?
Why are all these? Why? I don't want to.
This is you.
Okay, so I'll do my first 2d8.
Yeah, no, just do it all at once.
What, 4d8? Wait.
It's 68.
Wait, why is it 6?
Well, because it's 2d8 for the attack.
Yeah.
So for the gore attack, and then
Yeah.
it's 2d8 because he charged.
No, hang on. Do I get extra 2d8 for charging?
Hang on, I'm gonna get it up. I'm not gonna read the rest of the stat block. It says if the Minotaur charges 10 feet straight towards a target and then hits it with a gore attack on the same turn, the target takes 2d8 piercing damage. So you roll a crit on the regular attack. So that's 2d8 plus 2d8 plus 2d8 plus 4, which is 68.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll roll 5 and then roll 1.
You're about to outright kill my character. Alright, guess what, guys? It doesn't matter if I make unconscious.
Yeah, I want you. Can you still do a saving throw just because I want to see if you get the yeet? Yep.
Yeah, see if my core.
Go on, make a saving throw, son.
There's gonna be one of us. You can't carry.
Is it just straight strength? Oh, yeah,
Yep.
strength saving. 21.
Oh, congrats. You didn't get yeeted.
So my fucking core. Basically, it's like he ran into a brick, which the brick wall just fell down.
Oh no.
Okay, so how many points of damage?
26.
Jesus Christ. Hang on, wait.
Jeez, who hit you?
No, I take 30.
Minotaur. Wait, do you?
Yeah, because you didn't add the +4 on top.
Oh, Jesus.
I took a baby from a god and a slice of the chest and I'm still alive.
Bloody hell.
That's because the god got you back up.
Fulgrim, I want you to know you were 6 points away from just straight death.
Yeah, I know.
And I got some really bad. I got 1 and 2 3s on that roll. Leoaver, good luck.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
I can't cure wounds myself, guys. I'm out of the fight.
Okay. Where were we? We're gonna go back to first. And
Minotaur's a challenge rating 3.
yes.
Why are they so strong?
And the trickster's gonna come down.
Oh no.
Wait, are you gonna die? I just.
Who?
You.
Death saving throws.
I'm on
got
death saving
three-
throw, so someone can try and stable.
Bear in
And,
mind, I haven't seen this happen.
No,
I hasn't seen this happen.
Ravens can barely see this happen.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
However,
See you later, Fulgrim!
the trickster is going to fly down and come and.
No, I don't want it to heal me. Come the fuck off.
I mean, oh, you are unconscious, so you can't actually say anything.
I am unconscious.
So I'm just going to take you away from the combat for a second. And inside of Fulgrim's mind, none of you other guys can see this, but you can listen to it, for flavour. So Raven, you'll see the trickster come float down and kneel down next to Fulgrim's body and put his hand on his head. And as he does this, he enters Fulgrim's mind. Where were we? Sorry. Dear Fulgrim, do you wish to be saved?
How does this look to me? How is this like?
It's just darkness. It's just darkness. You are unconscious, but you can just hear his voice. Oh, sorry. Okay, it's just darkness. It's just darkness, and you can just hear his voice.
Okay.
But you're in this weird state where you know you're unconscious, but your unconscious is conscious.
What did he say?
Do you wish for me to help?
I want to save my friend. So yes.
It is too late for you to save your friend. I shall heal you. You may not see them again for a short while.
Are you gonna take me somewhere?
And he stops talking to you.
Okay, wait.
Yep.
I want to clarification because if he's gonna take me somewhere to heal me.
What clarification?
What clarification if he's gonna? Because I asked if he's gonna take me somewhere.
I mean, you felt him leave your mind at this point. You can keep trying to talk to him, but
Because I don't want him to heal me. Keep fighting. It's up to him now. God damn it.
yeah. So Raven, as you look over to Fulgrim's limp corpse, you see it disappear.
Fuck about the fight. I'm out of the fight.
Oh no.
Yeet. And Androgeus turns to all the chaos that's going on, as does the trickster.
Do I heal at all, by the way?
I don't know. We haven't. We'll get to you later.
The trickster heals everyone else, and he's just there, just like, you stab me in the leg, yeah, it's fine. You're nearly dead. You could win this
He
fight.
revived you. You can't.
Yeah, he healed you. You crazy. You'd be dead if it wasn't for him.
And then I stab him.
Yes, that's true.
You're such a prick.
He's not gonna heal me because he knows I'll stab him again.
Whose turn is it?
It is now goes back to the start. The man turns around, kind of pulls out his sword. He doesn't charge you or anything, but he kind of pulls it out and points it at you, and just goes, "Please stay back. I beg you." To Leoaver. And it's Raven's turn.
Okay, I'm going to try. I'm going to try and stand.
Okay, you can stand. You feel you're still
I'm going to try and stand. Alright.
Leoaver, did you take the hide action?
Yep.
Dylan, did you make him roll a stealth check?
I didn't actually. No, do you want to roll a safe check now? I forgot about that.
Because that's still not a guarantee.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't actually change it because you were like one of the last people to roll. It doesn't change any of the.
That's 14 in total.
What am I doing it against?
That it'll be against their passive perception. If they're not.
Okay, I'll do a general passive perception. Oh, it is. Oh, sorry. Wait, 14.
Yeah, he got 14.
Yeah. You make it. They didn't notice you.
Awesome.
He's fucking disappeared.
Raven.
Behind the door.
Raven, you're still in a loss of pain. You're still very wounded, but you feel a bit more energy come back to you. You can stand. You could potentially swing a sword, but I mean that's to your discretion. You're well enough to move.
Up from being prone takes half your move.
Yep, go for it. That's half your move.
Is anyone near me that can attack and help? Anyone?
You have 3 elves around you, but they are kind of they're all like staggering because their Leoavers just ran away.
Oh, so they're going after him.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna try attack one to save him.
Okay. I'll let you attack the closest one.
I'm not gonna kill him. Because I'm near death, so I won't have a chance. I'm just gonna sort of slice back their legs to make them.
Okay.
Right.
Go for it.
Right, so I need to roll a d20.
Yeah, roll a hit.
I got a 16.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah, no, you hit. You hit, it's fine. How much damage would that be?
Need to roll again.
Go for it. Go for it, please. Oh, wait, no. We need to work out... Wait, what would you have your short sword?
Yeah.
Backseat DM. Someone.
What sword
Sorry,
is
what?
1d6, 1d6 plus, I believe, what seems to be 1d6 plus 3 for me, but that
So
might
that'd be
be...
plus your dexterity.
Okay, yeah. That's 1d6 plus 3 for Raven as well.
I believe short swords are light weapons.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they are.
1d6, please.
6 then.
Yes. Go for 1d6.
I got 4.
4 plus 3 is 9. Okay.
7, I think.
4 plus 3 is...
Wait, what did I say?
4 plus 3
4 plus
is
3 is 9.
9.
I meant 4 plus... I don't know why I thought that.
7, my
4 plus is 7, yes.
Jesus.
Okay. He's... Yes, you hit, and he seemed quite... He seemed very, very hurt, but it's not killed him or anything. Okay, good. Moving on to one of the elves. Now, he's staggering, and he has noticed that Raven has just taken this shot at his, relative. And he takes a step forward and goes for the hit.
Goes for the hit. I like how you just fucking up. Wait, hang on. Have they been making these rolls at disadvantage?
What?
Have they been making the rolls at disadvantage?
They haven't had a chance. Thanks for reminding me. This is his disadvantage. He rolled a 19 first, and then an 18.
Was it Thingy's turn before then?
No, they haven't. The elves haven't taken a turn since.
No. Was it has it just been Raven's turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, then the dodge action's more not.
Yes.
Because it only lasts until
but the
next turn.
disadvantage.
Yeah, but they're disadvantaged from Leoaver's side. Yeah. Yes. So that's an 18, which I'm pretty sure that hits. Yeah. And that's 1d6 plus 1. Goodbye. Nope. Goodbye, Raven.
No, you're on 1 health. You're going to be knocked.
Yep. You've just been hit by 5. You've been knocked down for the 3rd time in this series.
Oh, that's the point. My first knockout, isn't it?
It is.
I'm going to be knocked down.
And so this elf picks up his sword and he stabs it straight through your chest where your heart is, and the second the blade goes into your body, you disappear. Bang.
I'm a force ghost.
You've been yeeted, as we say. Time for the next elf. So he has a bit of a quizzical look around, you know. He's a bit confused as to what's happening, why everyone's disappearing. However, he goes and he has a wander round. And he does not notice Leoaver yet. Next up is Fulgrim. Oh. Yikes.
Next up is Fulgrim.
Yikes. Who is next up? blacksmith and his daughter.
Hang on. Do I know if I'm healed or?
I'm not going to tell you.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'd like to know if I'm making death saving throws.
No, you're not. No, you're not making death saving throws at the moment.
So,
At the moment. At the moment.
But it's my turn.
No, yeah, I know it's your turn, but you're not with us at the moment. I will explain either later in this session or at the start of next session. Okay. So this elf spins round and he looks around again, and he decides to go the other way round. He gasps. How does he speak? What? Brothers, he's here. And he goes for the bada swing.
Oh, did you just natural 20? Is that?
Yeah. So that's a crit.
Damn it.
So that's 2d6 plus 1.
This is what happens when we don't have.
What?
Is it not? Because it's a critical.
Well, 2d6 is critical.
Yeah.
So it's like 1d6.
So
You only have to modify once.
9 health, baby.
9. Oh.
How many hit points you on?
I'm now on 4 health.
4. Oh dear. Well, it's your go at least, Leoaver. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is.
I'd be surprised if it's not, because I think I've missed a bit otherwise.
Yeah, no, it's your go. They now know where you are.
Alright, well, what I did was pointless. Oh, dude, alright. I'm gonna go straight for like with this long sword kind of dragging on the ground. I'm gonna go straight for like an upward swing straight across him. And I'm gonna first roll to hit that.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, that's 7.
Including your modifier?
Yep.
Sadly, you don't hit. Yikes. Nope. Androgeus is not going to move at this point. He's going to chill where he is. The man, however, in this corner...
He's just fucking chilling after he just murdered me.
Yeah, no, he's chilling. He's loving it. This man up here, he's finally going to stand up, and he takes a big deep breath, and he swings his sword at the elf.
Oh.
And he just completely misses.
This is oh my god.
Next up is this elf just here that has just killed Raven. I don't think you've seen this though. He runs up and goes straight for the man who he's just seen trying to attack his brother. He also misses. God damn. And then this elf, comes and corners you. He goes for the attack as well.
No misses.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
It's one of those turns.
Seeing as I took a punch from a Minotaur and still just crumpled to the floor and threw him back.
This man is going to ignore the man that's just swung in, and he's going to go for the hit. On you.
Which one of me again, I dare.
Oh!
Oh my god.
I've used all my luck up. Leoaver.
You used it all on me.
Leoaver, you've just seen all these people just swinging swords and just completely missing. It's your go.
For one, does something bad happen, or?
Does it give disadvantage on his next attack? Question mark.
Rhys.
Sorry, what? Right.
What does Nat 1 do?
That one, it has potential to it's DM discretion to how colossal of a fuck up it is. It could just be it misses you by miles, or it's you miss so bad you can potentially hit your friend.
How he is, I don't think he's at the right angle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he swings he kind of misses so badly, and he kind of puts himself off balance that I'll give him a disadvantage on his next doohickey. Okay, Leoaver.
I'm going for another longsword strike, and this time I'm going to go straight down.
On the same bloke as before?
Same bloke. Okay.
Okay.
That is longsword is +5 to hit, isn't it?
For you,
It's
is
+1, wasn't it?
-1, so yours is only +1.
It's only +1 to hit.
Yeah, because your strength is +1 and you're proficient in it. Oh no, your strength's -1, isn't it?
Yeah, my strength is -1, but
Yeah, so all you'd have is your proficiency, which is +2. So yeah, you'd only have +1.
Right. Okay. Well, that's 9 to hit then.
You do not hit.
Yeah.
This is...
Jesus Christ.
So this man here again is going to attack the same person. He's going to kind of jump next to you, so you're like side by side. He's going to swing for the same guy. He hits!
Yes!
Alas! And he gets a d6 +1. And he kills! He kind of clumsily swings, and as he swings, he catches the elf's throat, and blood splurts all over his relative to his side. And the man just falls to his knees and dies. However, he does not disappear. His body stays there on the ground. How do I do that? Okay, he's dead. Okay, next up is this elf. He's going to come into the corner. He's going to attack that man. And he is going to hit with 1d6 +1. That's 3 damage. Simple enough. And then the bloke next to you is going to attack you. And he's going to miss. Go ahead, Leoaver.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the fella that's just attacked me. Swing. I'm gonna turn around and swing. I'm gonna swing to the side, straight, like proper clockwise his ass. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
Okay, go for it.
But it's a natural 20.
Wait, you said natural 20?
I said natural 20.
Gee!
That's 2d10.
Yep.
2d10?
Yep.
-1.
Yikes.
Alright, there's a d10. Yes, I can't see that. That's cocked. It's 5, 2, 7, a 6.
So you hit him with 6 damage.
Yes.
He seems quite wounded, but he is carrying on. And back to the man. You now find yourself with this complete stranger fighting back to back against 2 very similar looking elves. And he's going to swing. And he gets a crit 1. Is it not a crit 1? A nat 1? What am I calling a crit 1? Then the man who is swinging at him is going to swing at him again. And he hits again. With d6 +1. Wait, what does this mean? If I get a nat 1 on... Is that just 2 damage?
It's just 1 damage.
Okay. Okay.
This is like 1 damage +1.
Wait, what is it?
Well, he rolled damage and he got 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that's fine. And then the man that's attacking you is going to swing. That's +1.
Oh, wait, with +1.
Wait. Yeah, it is. It's his dex. Yeah, it's his dex.
No, that is my arm. So that.
And that's 1d6 +1.
Please don't be more than 4. Fuck, I'm dead. I'm out. I'm out. I'm unconscious.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gone. Just like that, I'm gone.
We're all unconscious.
We're all unconscious.
Guys, we technically just got TPK'd.
The elf is going to swing at you, and he's gonna swing with his right hand, and he catches your cheek and kind of puts you off guard, and you can feel your cheek like rush with blood, and he then comes back with a backward swing, and slices straight through your throat. But as he hits your throat, you disappear. Well,
Can we see how the man does? Can we see if he
I want to see him
survives?
survive. No, we're not there. We're not
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
everything goes black for each of you.
For the 5th time this season.
What?
I love a good fade to black, don't I?
Jesus Christ. Alright, at least I didn't go out in a bitch way. At least I got knocked the fuck out by a Minotaur headbutt.
Very true. Hey,
To be-
At least I
got
got
cut.
killed by God, killed by sword, and killed fucking cats in the heart. I at least got killed 3 times with it.
Me though, Fulgrim doesn't go down like that bitch. Who has a fucking wrestling match with a Minotaur and he dies?
I wouldn't call it a wrestling match. You shot him.
With a fucking stomp, yeah.
You shot him with 3 points of damage. He has 76 points of damage or hit points.
He has so many hit points.
You hit him, and he like brushed it off, and he just ran at you and just hit you, and you died instantly.
I singed his beard hair.
Jesus
And
Christ.
he fucking kicked me in the face.
I trimmed the hair on a god, got killed by him, nearly clipped the Minotaur's ear off.
You didn't even trim the hair.
I tried doing the god's bidding, paid for it, because you decided you wanted to save it.
I'm a hero.
Oh.
God fucking damn it. Is that where we're ending tonight?
No, it's not.
No?
No, I want you to just,
But wait, there's more.
so,
We've all been TPK'd in real life.
Comes to our house, just fucking beats us up.
Fulgrim,
Yes.
I want you all to just ignore the top bit. All the people at the top corner, they're not there.
Hey, wait. Hey. Why am I waking up here? So you're finally awake.
Fulgrim, you awake very wearily. You struggle getting up. You feel very damaged with your 1 hit points. Please set yourself to 1 hit point.
Jesus.
Everyone, please set yourself to 1 hit point. You can feel your wounds. You can feel where the Minotaur hit you. You feel very damaged. As you look up, you notice that you're in the back of a carriage, and you slowly begin to realise it's the carriage you were riding in before you were, well, disappeared. And it is currently moving at quite a fast pace.
Oh, what the fuck? What the frog?
And as you look up, still very weary and kind of struggling to really make any sense of your surroundings, you notice the driver. He turns round to you, and you recognise him as Gungar. And he turns around and he lets out a screech. He goes, "Grr!"
Don't go. It's just me.
Dwarf!
Where did the thing impale me, by the way? Where did he gore me?
We'll just say in the stomach.
Alright, I'm just fucking clutching my stomach. It's just me. Don't worry.
He kind of slowly calms himself down. Where was the dwarf?
We got, you know, fucking that bounty hunter person. He teleported us all out. Did he not take you with us?
No, Gunga, no travel. Gunga, stay uncut. Gunga, run.
How long has it been?
Gunga, Gunga be alone for half a moon.
Fuck, how long was that?
As when he says this, you understand a lot of like simple people will describe a moon as a month.
Oh shit! Have you just been fucking running these horses?
No, stupid dwarf. Gunga, take break.
Alright, yeah. I know it's just courage just seems a bit.
We are nearly there.
Nearly where?
So, as you kind of get yourself back together and look up, in front of the carriage, you see a enormous set of walls and great buildings. And Gungar says, "Welcome to Iska." And he kind of like chuckles to himself. However, you notice as you look up that there is quite a few, how do I say, flaming boulders coming from the town.
Wait, towards us.
No, going behind you. And
oh shit!
It'll fire me.
I'm gonna look behind me. What are they firing?
behind you, you see a horde of soldiers dressed in orange.
Oh Jesus Christ! They caught up to us already. Oh, it's been half a month. Oh fuck! Shit! Right.
And fire among them.
Have the others appeared yet, or are they?
No, you are first.
Fuck! Oh fuck! Right, just keep going. Shit.
And you bound forward, and as you do this, a boulder comes from the city and lands just in front of one of your horses,
God.
and kind of rolls enough to hit it, to kind of knock it off, and you find yourself and Gungar crash and tumble out of the cart, with your horses laying dead and wounded. And that is where we're going to end this session.
Fuck! Jesus Christ! Oh, why is everything so big? Like literally, there's. I love how like non-subtle everything. Like everything is immediately like the army is right behind you.
Cameron, you can go, by the way. I know you have work.
All right.
You're welcome to. This is the. Yes, goodbye.
Dude, I might. Fucking hell. What a shit show of combat.
Oh, really?
You dumb.
Dogs.
I hope you know that you were going against bandits, which are a challenge rating of an 8th,
That's so easy. I should have gone for the bastard.
and a Minotaur, who you attacked, by the way. And,
Where I attack.
and he was only a challenge rating of 3, and he killed you in 1 hit.
That is such an unfair challenge, right? I mean,
It's the I think it's because it's the charge. Like you can in combat, you can technically only do the charge once if there's a big group of people, unless you just keep running back and forward. Well, yeah, but I mean, it makes sense to only really do it at the start of combat.
I might head out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Try and get some sleep.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, gang. Goodbye.
see you later.